Hugo. I'm just going to start this. I'm wanting to do a little synopsis, a little roundup from this fantastic weekend in Kidderminster. It's been a fantastic week for me, actually, from a globe lie, flat earth activist, flat earth community, flat earth unity, flat earth, flat earth celebration of truth and human endeavor. Pebbles, heel. My dog is running off to create mischief. I'm in a park. Alexander and Andrea are playing on the slide right now. Well, Alexander's on the slide. What can I say? I actually want to do like a thing where I stop for a moment and write down all of the names of the people that I interacted with this weekend at Kidderminster at the UK convention, because there are so many, and if I start to list the names now, I'll be in too much of a hurry to remember all of the names. But I'm just so grateful that I decided to reverse my previous ill-judged decision to pull out of attending the event, and really grateful that I got to go to Cardiff, do a bit of street activism with Jason and Tapper and a few others, including Martin Leaker and the one and only Mark Sargent, who, as it turns out, is just a regular dude, just like you and I. And well, you may not be a dude if you're listening to this, you could be a lady, who are some of the best proponents for the new movement that we've got going on. My dog is just barking at the gate now, and that's going to annoy everybody. Pebbles! Pebbles! I'm going to have to walk over there and carry her now, because she's not going to listen to me. You know, they say don't work with kids and dogs, animals. I'm not even trying to work with a dog. She's definitely not trying to work with me. But I'm kind of grinning ear to ear. Unfortunately, I couldn't stay for Sunday, for today, this event. Due to family commitments, both my children, well, my daughter's going to university tomorrow. So as you know, I'm moving out of my house in a few weeks' time. So this is our last night together in this house. Let me get my dog out of the way, lads. Oh. Anyway, so this is our last night in this house together. So we wanted to have a family day together, and that was why I couldn't be at the convention today. Partly, it was a little gutting to have to leave on Saturday evening, because there were so many great connections being made. I mean, good presentations, and that's really cool. But it's the meeting of the people and the connecting with the souls, and I think if you are sitting on the fence of certainty about, whether this person's an actor, an agent, and a candlestick maker, then, ow, this is quite painful, underfoot. Ooh. Then it's a brilliant thing to do. It's a brilliant thing to do, let me tell you, because, any reservations that I had about, the sort of the human angle for a guy like Mark Sargent, I put those to bed. It was great to see him doing activism in the street in Cardiff, and it was his third day, so he's really good anyway at that. But it's like, well, that's what I'm doing. So if he's willing to do that, then, well, maybe I'm not doing the right thing, or he's just wanting to do like we all are, which is to promote this reality's true nature. Thus, people might begin the long process of remembering who and what we are, or what they are, and you know, then obviously to spend more time with him at Kidderminster at the convention, and also Paul on the plane. Two solid dudes. I mean, you know, these are just regular dudes as far as I can tell, and bringing good information, good presentations, good vibes, good energy, bringing people together. So, you know, no foul, chaps, you know, and awesome to have met them. And hopefully we'll meet many more from over our flat pond. The guys who put on the tour, I mean the convention and the tour, particularly Robin lifting the lid, doing all the heavy lifting in the background, and Roxanne doing her thing, and Jason, you know, I don't know if you guys know this, but Jason went and bought that camper van for himself out of his own kind of money, you know. And this is a level of commitment that must be admired. Can only be admired. Surely can only be admired. So, but you know, when it comes to just regular people, I had a fantastic opportunity of hanging out with Astro King Keith, who took a ride up with me to Kidderminster. 5 hours in the car, back-breaking, and a whole slew of other people. Some people who like knew who I was in terms of, you know, this channel and stuff. So that was cool to have people go, oh, you know, I like your work. I had a few people say, you know, just keep it up, keep doing what you're doing. It's good, you know. And that's always a shot in the arm. You've got to say it's one doesn't want to be wasting people's time, and we only want to surely do what we can to move the truth forward. So that's what the sort of big name people are doing, you know, is they're moving the truth forward. I had a great opportunity to reconnect with Dave Murphy, allegedly, and you know, I didn't think we were kind of, I was concerned by certain things with certain ideology or certain viewpoints, and you know, for me it's about finding harmony and togetherness, and I think he wants exactly the same thing too. So I had a beautiful interaction with him, or a few actually, but really I felt like, I'd like to think we came away as friends, and you know, kind of colleagues in this move to take things forward. There's a guy on my channel, Storm is Coming. His name is Ian, and you know, again, this is the kind of light that I want to help inspire or be inspired by, to make you know, make this thing happen, which is that the change in the world is more than likely coming from within you. You know, the savior, the save I, or the savior is, I think, is you, and not Donald Trump, not QAnon, not Theresa May. Oh no, she's yesterday's news. Boris Johnson. Oh no, he's also, you know, it doesn't matter. I don't follow this stuff, but I you know, I know that stuff is for the mind control, and government is always going to mean to control the mind. So am I to ever expect the government to do anything different than control the mind? No. Can I control my mind? Yes. Can I become sovereign over myself? Indeed. Do I need to be a brighter light in order to do that? I think so. So, you know, that's it's nice to meet people like that. Actually, there was a few really good people. I mean, everyone was on a pretty solid footing there this weekend, you know. Now, for me, I feel like this analogy that I'm building in my mind about how the forest, just like the one I'm in right now, it needs the night and it needs the day, and through the course of the year, the nighttime in the winter is in the ascendant, and during the summertime, the daytime is in the ascendant. In between of those seasons, spring and autumn, well, then you have that moving from darkness to light, increased light or increased darkness. So is it the case that our world has one creator, and that creator created both the dark and the light, and for reasons to do with just the nature of the cosmic year that we're in, and that cosmic year could be 24,000 years, just to pick a number at random. You know, the cosmic year, if it's 24,000 years, then it has 4 6,000 year periods, and those 6,000 year periods are the spirit seasons. And you know, it may be the case that we've been through a long winter. It may seem super long to us because we're on a human time scale, but in reality it's but the blink of an eye. And the clever trick is that the dark wants to encourage us to stay dark in order to make the winter last that little bit longer. I think that it's good, you know, that we see it like that, and we realize that actually, you know, eventually the summer will come, eventually the spring, I should say, will come, and the nights will recede. The creatures of the night that have been so predominant in our lifetime, maybe in the last few centuries, those will fade away and be replaced with light, more sort of light, and then there will be a sort of a singing of birds and tweeting and happiness in the forest, and a slinking away of the night creatures. And I don't mind, you know, walking through the forest at night, but I do know that I need to kind of keep my lantern high and keep the light bright, so as to perhaps attract others to do the same. And if as we continue to do that, then our brothers who are the dark, the nighttime guys, they will. Oh, I'm looking for Alexander and Andrew. They've left the park. You know, the dark night characters will take their proper place and go, okay, it's now, you know, the daytime is in the ascendant, and I can become you know, more daytime like, and raise my soul in that way, or my light in that way, or I can continue to relate to the dark. But I think if the dark is the system that we don't like, the part of the system we don't like, you can't expect the night to go away completely. You know, you might be like the Scandinavian, you know, we have a 24-hour sun, and so we have this super long day. But I think in the main, you have to have the nighttime. The forest needs the night for rest. And so it's about coming to some sort of appeasement with that. Where's he? Peepo. Oh. Again, don't work with animals and dogs. Those are dogs, I mean animals. Don't work with children and animals. I'm going to have to go and find them now. Where's he? Hello! Daddy making a little video. Daddy making a quick video. Anyway, I'll wrap this up. But I had a fantastic weekend, and while everybody's feeling that love and what have you, I mean, if you weren't there, you may not be feeling that. I understand that. But my word on it is that we've got to stop fearing the night. As I said to Andrea earlier today, and made her cry. As I said to her today, that if there is a dark side, I mean, there is a dark side. The dark side and the light side, they have the same father. They have the same father. So, you know, there's nothing to fear here. You know, if someone's coming at this from their dark perspective, that's fine, you know, because both the dark and the light have a stake in the forest and both are required. Yes, the system should stop poisoning us. Yes, it should stop poisoning the minds of children with all this space bollocks. But it's only going to happen when we are more light than dark, and our world is still in winter.
Well, when we accept both.
Accept both, yes, that's right. But
when acceptance is met, then you can be neutral, can't you? And when there's balance.
I think so. Andrew just said, when full acceptance is met, then there can be harmony or balance. For me, it is about that. It's about, you know, if I continue to fight with the dark, then I stay in the dark shadows in order to have that fight. So it's about, hello dog. Yeah, hello, you wanted me to throw your ball? I've just found a new friend. Ready? Go. Yeah, so that's that. I mean, I think that's what we should be mindful of. Oh man, Zenith, awesome to meet you, brother. Keep going, keep being well. Ruben, thank you very much for that stamp. I appreciate it, for the Flat Earth Club. I will use it. Oh, Robin, thank you for organising everything and being so patient. I know it's been tough for you. I heard word that there may not be a UK conference next year, but that's something that, you know, that's obviously up to people. If people want to organise something along those lines, then I would heartily recommend doing so. I am going to, I mentioned it to a few people. I won't name names, but well, you don't think I should go there? Well, I want to put it out there that I'd like to do some kind of a little festival next year. You know, like a little bit of talking, a little bit of speakers action, but actually, you know, more sort of right brain stuff, you know, like the feminine stuff, you know, a bit of yoga and a bit of a meditation tent and poetry and, you know, just some kind of regular stuff, because probably some of the most useful moments of the convention for most people are the opportunities to get together and just commune with one another, you know. So
that was one of the most beneficial things for us anyway. We got the most benefit from you know, being in each other's energetic space, rather than, you know, seeing a username or a channel name on a screen.
Oh yeah, it makes a big difference.
And you know, and it was uplifting, and it reminded us that we're all doing the best with what we have. So yeah, it would just be nice to get together and socialize. I know lots of people do meetups, so you know, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's just something that Dave and I are kind of talking about, and we hope to collaborate with everyone, really. And but we'll see. You know, life unfolds, and we hope that it's something we can bring about.
Yeah, because you know what? We're all trying to get out of the prison that we've been put in, you know, and it's optional, of course it is, but it feels like we want to move towards the summertime and let the sun shine. It's good to meet old Martin Leaker. See old Martin Leaker again. I met Nathan Oakley briefly, and he didn't swear. That was a surprise. Who else did we? Awesome people. Yeah.
Came across the Flat Earth Romance.
Flat Earth Romance, yeah. Lou and Jane. Oh my lord. It's probably a first, but that's fantastic. And let me say, there was one thing I also wanted to say, and that is that, what do I want to say, honey? Sorry to keep you. There were not enough women and there were not enough children at this event. For our future, I think we need to try and encourage more and more of that, more families, and and it needs to become that loving kind of place, because actually, I'll tell you what, there was so much love going around the space. I think that to be completely candid, I think that there were some of us who felt probably still constrained by our regular sort of way of being with each other, but that there was an awful lot of love going around, and I just respect
for other people's viewpoints, and respect for other people's way of looking at it. And
Chris UK, Dr. John.
It was good to it's good to listen to people's perspectives.
And Dave Marsh. It's just I must go and write down a list of all the fantastic people that I hung out with, and maybe give you all a shout out. I don't want to miss anybody out. If I haven't named you, I'm sorry. But there was a lot of love, and actually, so it's a great place for families to come, and it's a great place for us to learn to reconnect with ourselves, with each other.
And Zizi wants some flat earth friends.
Yes, he does.
Zizi baby.
Alrighty. Well, I'll catch you soon.